Hey, what's up guys? My name is Arisen. We're going to get right into this. I'm going to be teaching you guys about Penny Parker and how to use her as both a character and her role. She is a tank, and starting out with her first attack, it is called, her normal attack is a cyber web cluster. So it's a rapid fire delayed projectile that's accompanied by a spell field. The projectiles are shooting out about 120 milliseconds with a 1.5 spherical radius and 3.33 rounds per second. Projectile damage is about 15, spell field damage about another 15, so cumulatively that would be about a 30. Then we're going to go on to her ultimate, which is Spider Sweeper. So she goes into like a running animation, and during this running animation she's able to deploy these mines, arachnid mines and drones and cyber webs repeatedly, alternating from left trigger if you're on PlayStation or Xbox, and right trigger for the mines, right trigger for the using the arms to attack. And you can alternate, or you can just continue to shoot whichever side you want repeatedly, left or right. And then we're going to move on to probably the bread and butter, which is of her kit, which is the bionic spider nest. You put this down with shift L1 for a controller, and the whole point of this is it generates a spider nest at a targeted area, periodically spawning spider drones and creating cyber webs. While in the cyber web, this is very important. Gaining healing over time and movement boosts, and healing converts into bonus health. So that bluish bar that appears underneath your health bar as you're playing the character, that's bonus health. So it's almost like a buff. And then we're gonna move on to, and also, I forgot, also that deals tick damage to your enemies. Not much, but as you can see here, it definitely does hurt. They will feel it every 3 seconds. And then we're going to move on to the arachno mine. Now, as you're alternating between the cyber web cluster, you can shoot out these mines on controller. I believe it's R1, and their size is not too big, but they deal some crazy damage for 100 points of. So if you're looking at more of your enemies that have lower health, like your duelists, they're basically like, we'll talk about Black Panther, Spider-Man, Magic. These people are getting knocked out with 3 of these with 100 damage each, and you got 4 charges, so that's quite a bit. And we're going to move on to Cyber Bond. Once again, this is another bread and butter to her kit. Shoot a web strand that links to the target's area or cyber web if stretched too far. Oh, sorry, this is not the correct one. Cyber Bond is if you shoot out a web, kind of like similar to Spider-Man using his zip line. She has her own form of zip line. But once you zip line, you're going to be connected to that spot. So in order, you have to disengage by pressing circle to disconnect from that spot. She also has wall crawl, like most of the Spider-Man cast on the game. Just jump towards a wall and hold it down, or for a controller, press X button again if you're on PlayStation, A if you're on Xbox, and then which will allow you to get over obstacles, maybe get some vertical spacing on your enemies, climb up to little higher spots. And then once again, this is her bread and butter, a cyber web snare. Single cast projectile with delayed impact. Enemies hit are ensnared for 0.7 seconds. While trapped in the cyber web, Penny Parker receives 25 healing per second. So it's not too much seconds here, it's 0.7, but she gets some health. Any excess, and that's cyber web in general, so whether the cyber web is from the cyber web bond here the cyber web snare, or just, you know, this the bionic spider nest. Anytime she's in that webbing that she shoots out, she gets a health boost, and it gives her adds up to 150, and adds up to 150 health along with the 25% movement boost. She's a very strong character, great in her role as a tank, and she can hold her own. Um, that ability for Cyber Web Snare, you can stop people in their ultimates. Spider-Man in his ultimate, you can stop. Another character you can stop in their ultimate is Scarlet Witch. You can stop her in her ultimate. Iron Fist, you can stop him in his ultimate. So this utility in itself is so broken due to the fact that if you use it at the right timing, you can literally just completely stop someone's ultimate, and then on top of that, they're no longer able to move. So you guys can just, as a team, jump them, or you can just take them out yourself. You're capable when it comes to these duelists and smaller characters. Even Hulk and his ultimate can get stopped. So that just lets you know. And this is just a regular. This is just a special move that she has. It's not even something. It's not an ultimate, just a move. So that just lets you know how effective this tool can truly be. Now I'm going to switch over to the gameplay, let you guys see how this all works in action, and I'll be giving over some live commentary. Alright guys, we're going to start this match here, and I'm feeling pretty confident. I got Loki for my healer. I got Hulk here to back me up in the tank position to hold them spots and push people off the spots, the zone. And then I got Punisher to deal damage. I'm also a tank as Penny Parker. And then we got another duelist to deal some more damage out there, Tony Mr. Stark. And then last but not least, we got another hybrid character, which is Cloak and Dagger, so deal damage in one aspect and heal in another. So we're here in the lobby, getting ready to move out. Go ahead and transition into the field here. So you can see the other team has some decent characters. As you can see as this gameplay moves on, that that Scarlet Witch and that Magneto will definitely become a problem, and you'll see it. They gave us a really good fight. Magic's trying to push up on me. She's trying to deal damage. She's doing her job. I back up some. Spider-Man's trying to do the same. The cool thing was that Cloak was on my right, healing me as I was taking that damage. I placed my spider nest there exclusively so it won't get shot or broken. It does have a health bar, and I wanted to keep it out of their range so I can just peek around the corner and continue to deal damage. They're really trying to press in and get some damage on me, but Cloak is doing her job. Finally, my nest gives out. I have to back up some. Loki's still there healing me as well. So I had some really great healers here that really shone through and kept me alive. I'm just kind of playing the edges, its outskirts here. Spider-Man pushes up. He doesn't want to battle. He runs off. Move in. We're trying to get zone here. I'm still trying to be careful not to get to the line of sight. I want to make sure that I just stay just out of sight. That's why I start taking too much damage. Try to healing me once again, and I'm buffing myself. At this point, guys, I'm just really trying to throw out damage. There's so much going on, and I don't want to push too far in because I know I'll become a target at that point. So I'm just trying to take angles, reposition. I heard the super going off, so I made sure to go into a little cubby hole there and hide for a little bit. Our Hulk is doing good on handling the zone with me. Our team composition was really great this match. I was really happy to find some players that were able to hold their own. I'm just mainly just trying to stay on zone right here. Just keep that zone. I finally decided to activate my super, mainly to put pressure on Magic, to get Magneto out of there, to just continue to hold the objective. So that's why I'm using my super here. As you can see, I'm throwing all my little drones on the ground. I'm just trying to really kind of camp. I know some people say, oh, you're camping, but it's working. Spider-Man's using his ult. It didn't do anything to any of us. I think we just had too many healers there. Once again, I'm trying to get out of line of sight, using this wall here as cover. Redeploy, and I'm right back to it. Just hammering away on those guns and just trying to deal damage, trying to keep their team from continuing to try to sit on the zone. Spider-Man wants to just be Spider-Man, but it just doesn't work. Same thing with Magic. I think really they were just outnumbered and outgunned in a lot of ways. Our team was just very cohesive in this first round. So from here, I'm just gonna let it play out. If I have anything to say, I will say it.
Whoever they are, they don't look friendly. Powering up. You know what to do, spiders. Mine's in place.
Scarlet Witch, this is actually a point that you really need to keep in mind when I was talking about her spider web snare, her cyber web snare. That Scarlet Witch is close to getting her ult. Hulk is over there just bashing somebody's face in. Actually a sight to see. Trying to keep Spider-Man out. Get a KO. Here she comes. Web snare. Cyber web snare. That was a cyber web snare. As you can see, it works pristine. She just got trapped and fell right down. Didn't even get to use her super. Moving on to the next portion of the match. We steamrolled him that time. This is where things get actually really good. This team definitely gave us a good fight. Once again, our Cloak and Dagger and Loki were really doing their jobs. I think that's a big part of why I was able to hunker down like that and just keep dealing out DPS. Granted, my DPS isn't all that, but it was doing just enough. And I didn't really need to use my mines because they wasn't able to get in like that.
4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Here I thought the Second World War was a nightmare. There's gonna be a fight.
A foam of life.
So once again, they're all congregating. We're trying to break them up, deal some damage, so we can get into the zone. We're really just trying to, at this point, repeat the same thing that we just did in the last round. But I think on this round they actually catch a whiff of what we're trying to do, and they give us a pretty good fight, in my opinion. They give us a pretty good fight.
You're up, little ones.
Here we go. I'm putting the nest there. I don't really have the best positioning for the nest in this location, so I just put it right in the middle. I would have loved to like concealed it somehow, but I didn't really have a decent spot in my mind at this time. I just placed it right there. I'm really what all the shooting I'm doing right now, I'm just trying to break the walls to actually make the terrain change, as you can see, because now I have a spot for my nest. Now I can place my nest behind that, make it harder for them to hit, make it harder for those duelists to step in without taking tick damage.
I know that sound.
That's what I really wanted. I wanted to break that wall,
Powering up.
make it harder for them to just directly come into it. They have to go around. This magic actually gets really aggressive. She starts throwing out a lot of damage on me. Like I said, I had some real good healers. They backed me up. Then we started. I think one of their Spider-Man switched over to uh,
Jerk your hands off me,
Moon Knight, and he
Spider.
started trying to deal DPS through long
But
range.
not curse now.
Once again, they're trying to get angles, but our team composition was just really good. We were aware of their angles that they were trying to get.
You know what to do,
I
spiders.
put my turret down. Now that the terrain has changed, it's actually covered some. So now I can actually continue to uh, deal the damage that I initially wanted to do. Here comes Scarlet Witch. I'm really watching her. I don't want her to get behind us and use her ult. Same thing with that is what's his name? Moon Knight. So I want to keep that Moon Knight in in mind that he's up there perched. Here she comes. But you see right there, Magneto shielded her, so I wasn't able to net her. I was trying to net her there, but I couldn't. Magneto played smart and shielded her. And this is where they were able to come in and really start giving us trouble. We're already pushing overtime here. I could have used her web to move a little bit faster. I wasn't thinking about it at the time, and I should have. I just waited for our stranger to open up a gate, and I just jumped through. They're on to me now, so they're really trying to make it difficult. Knock me out here.
Just needed a few repairs.
I'm trying to think of a shortcut, quickest route back in there.
Some sort of ancient oak.
Get back here. I'm like, man, there's just
You
too
know what to
many.
do,
So I
spider.
hunker down here, see if I can deal enough damage to get enough of them out of there. But it's, as I said, her, her cannons are good, but they're nothing compared to like Punisher's weaponry, even Moon Knight can out DPS. But I'm just trying to lay in fire, scare them away.
We are
Now I'm able to
unstoppable.
push in some more. I really want to get rid of this Magneto and Scarlet Witch now that I see that them teaming up, but I'm just not able to deal enough damage on my own. And then Moon Knight's up there, he's watching. Yeah, their team composition came a lot better on the second
Ready for
round,
another go, spider?
and that's why this became so difficult. Again, I'm trying to get back in there. They're about to capture the point, and this was a really good match. This was a really good match for me and my team. I activate to try to get in there. I'm going straight for that Moon Knight. He catches on. He runs away.
No coming back from that.
I'm just trying to get as many people as I can at this point. Get them off this spot, this zone. Nope, they ain't having it. They said sit down. At this very moment, I was like, this sucks. So they got that one, and yeah, we went all the way. This was a long match. It was a long match.
My dad built Spider for himself, but I feel like I was born to pilot it.
I knew at this point my team was feeling like, oh man, what should we do? We actually had a team member who's actually started switching from Iron Man to other characters. I think at the time he was feeling defeated. He was a rando, but I was like, yeah, don't get in that mindset. Sometimes, guys, you just
Check
gotta
the logo.
keep pushing.
Total. Parker Industries.
Parker, as in
You might not be doing nothing wrong at all.
I
It's
bet
just the
Oakley College
other
dropouts
team
become famous
is
tech founders.
being smart too.
No, it's not the Parker you're thinking of. One. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Want to stress this too. This is a team-based game. It's not COD. It's not Fortnite. So keep that in mind when you guys play this type of game. And if you're familiar with Overwatch, then you already know.
You're up, little
All
ones.
right. Once again, I try to find a little cubby hole somewhere, some type of cover. Not much, but as you can see, it broke real easily. At this point, I'm just trying to lay fire. Get these guys off this zone. Our Hulk is getting angry over here. Oh, he just thrashes that Magneto. I actually felt bad for him a little bit. We moved on. Here comes once again Magic. Trying to get in here and deal that close range DPS. Her hits hurt. See that? Her hits hurt. So even in my role as a tank, I can still get steamrolled by certain characters if I'm not careful.
Ready for another go, Spider?
Trying to make it back. I can say that's probably one downfall. As someone who's used to movement in games, uh, I, I I didn't like her walk speed. Once again, look for somewhere to put it safe. And I'm going right for Magneto. Magneto and Scarlet. As you can see, they started playing more close together. She activated Dark Child. I'm trying to keep her from moving. You saw the Hulk there? He actually saved my life and was able to. Once again, I couldn't deal my spider web. Magneto put that shield around her. But Hulk actually saved my life by stunning that magic because she was in her super form. And when it took me out, no problem.
The area's almost yours.
Back in.
Co-op time.
Get there. Well, you guys already know my two main targets at this point. It's just Magneto and Scarlet. I'm seeing that they're working together. Trying to get them off that zone. Deal damage for my team. I ran back because I noticed that I was taking on more damage than I wanted to. Gotta watch out for that giant whale that Namor threw.
You know what to do, Spiders?
I just took advantage of Hulk being helping me out here. Magic's coming in. I keep her from moving. Hulk's in there dealing damage too.
Scarlet is so out of style, Magic. Just like
This is where we actually start really coming together even more. I got her. See, got that cyber web snare. Did not let her get that off again. I was tired of it at that
you
point.
know what to do, Spiders.
She comes. Nope, I'm tired of you. Sit down. At this point, I'm just trying to make sure that we keep the zone. I don't care who's out there. Just I want to keep the zone.
Mine's in place. Powering up.
Knock another one. I hear the ult go off. I move out of the way. Try to get right back in there. I got my ultimate. Don't want to quite use it just yet. Want to hold on to it for a sticky situation. Still got this magic by me. Don't really care about her. Got too many teammates here to really worry about her. Get rid of her again. We got rid of her again. Another one. Just dealing damage, guys. Just trying to keep them out. Let them know I'm here.
We are undefeatable!
Finally got me out of there.
No, that doesn't count. You still got a chance.
I was a little confused here. It said we lost, but then it gave us a victory. So I was confused. But I did wind up giving MVP this match. Unfortunately, it was a loss from the way of it, but 33 and 7. 33 takedowns and 7 assists. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys' time.